You might walk into a classroom with enthusiasm, a calm demeanor, and a genuine willingness to engage students. But charm alone does not guarantee a passing practicum score. Hidden structural flaws in your lesson design can quietly sabotage your observation. Observation reports consistently flag specific breakdowns. Teachers lose control through excessive board writing, assigning silent worksheets that kill interaction, or simply ignoring latecomers. To fix this, we need to take established educational theory and map it directly onto your daily materials. We are going to build a 4-part classroom action checklist that you can apply straight to your draft lesson plans. By physically writing specific physical and instructional cues into your margins, you remove the guesswork. You eliminate the hesitation that strikes when lessons go off script, securing a successful observation. Step 1 is commanding the physical space. In education, this is called with-itness. The principle that your nonverbal pedagogy and physical orientation dictate classroom control before you speak a single word. This means eliminating negative physical habits immediately. Turning your back completely to the class to write long sentences or hiding behind the chalkboard breaks your visual connection and invites disruption. Instead, your lesson plan must include explicit reminders to face the room. You must actively plan to move dynamically among the desks, maintaining eye contact and monitoring all student groups as they work. This physical authority extends to how you dress. Casual activewear and blue jeans are entirely forbidden. Your baseline standard must be formal, professional clothing, like dress trousers, skirts, and blazers. Nailing your physical space and professional appearance commands immediate respect from your students. It also sends a clear signal to your observing supervisor that you are fully in charge of the room. Step 2 looks at how you start activities. Take a look at the first task in your lesson plan. Handing out a worksheet and asking students to complete it in silence without your direct involvement is a critical error that reduces observable teaching to 0. We correct this through constructivism. Students need to be asked before they are told. You have to elicit ideas and check their existing knowledge or schemas to connect the topic to their real lives before explaining any new concepts. This diagram outlines the required timeline of an activity. It follows the I do, we do, you do gradual release model. You start by eliciting ideas, then transition into a dedicated modeling phase where you demonstrate reading passages, pronunciation, and task procedures. Only then do you reach independent work. You cannot assume a student knows how to execute a complex task on their own. Skipping straight to independent work leaves them confused and stalls the lesson's momentum. Physically writing your specific elicitation questions and modeling steps into the margins ensures you have a prompt for every phase of the activity. This reduces the risk of dead air and provides the specific interaction pattern supervisors look for. Step 3 focuses on the freer production stages of your plan. Introducing new vocabulary or complex language targets without adequate support creates an overwhelming cognitive load for your students. You have to bridge this learning gap before they start working. Relying on text-heavy, overcrowded, or confusing worksheets will only increase the pressure and lead to frustration. Here we see a direct comparison of materials. In the foreground, we have concrete visual scaffolding tools, a clean graphic organizer, and clear sentence starters. These replace the dense, unreadable text of the worksheet in the background. Look at your materials and write a checklist of these exact visual supports directly onto your plan, positioning them right before the production phase begins. Preparing these scaffolds proactively turns a confusing, high-pressure task into an achievable challenge. It keeps the lesson moving forward smoothly and ensures your students actually produce the target language. Step 4 is preparing for the inevitable interruptions. High-performing teachers do not figure out how to handle derailers on the fly. They execute pre-planned management loops. Take latecomers, for example. If a student walks in 10 minutes late, ignoring them is a management failure. Halting your entire lesson to catch them up is also a failure. The correct protocol is to design a seamless entry. Establish a designated physical spot in the classroom with extra materials and printed instructions ready to go, so latecomers can sit down and integrate immediately. You also have to plan for dominant students, the highly vocal participants who try to dictate the pacing and hijack the conversation away from the rest of the class. You manage this by implementing structured discussions. Write clear turn-taking rules into your activities, like think, pair, share, which strictly distributes participation and forces dominant groups to listen. Finally, outline your approach to error handling. Provide options and prompts to help students self-correct. Maintain the flow of the lesson rather than freezing the class to over-fixate on a single individual mistake. Having these contingency protocols written down normalizes the interruptions. It proves to your supervisor that you possess true professional flexibility and the poise to handle a real classroom environment. Now, review your newly annotated lesson plan. You have strategically integrated your physical movement cues, specific modeling steps, your visual scaffolds, and contingency protocols right where you need them. As this checklist animates on screen, you can see how vague observation feedback translates into a precise, highly executable instructional framework. Everything is accounted for, ticking off one by one. This level of preparation serves as a psychological safety net. It replaces the reliance on improvisation with a series of pre-planned responses, making the classroom environment more predictable and easier to navigate. Trust this tailored preparation. Take your finalized materials into your practicum observation, step into the room, and execute the plan.